Hi there, it's Ruth from Artful Stamping, bringing to you another One Sheet Wonder Wednesday, and today we're going to be using the Flower Patch stamp set here. And I thought I'm going to change it up a little bit today. I'm actually going to stamp onto some designer series paper. Now, any Stampin' Up fans or demonstrators out there will know what it's like to get to the end of our Stampin' Up year and have some papers that are going to be retiring, but they're still really fabulous to use. So this is what I'm doing. This is one of the sheets out of the paper stack, and it's a fairly kind of neutral design, and it kind of lends itself to being stamped on. So I just wanted to show you how you can, add a little bit of extra pizzazz to a stamp already coloured DSP. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. As you know, One Sheet Wonder Wednesdays are all about kind of going with the flow and just being creative and seeing kind of what happens, and I just hope that you get inspired out of it. So, just to give you a warning, my plan for this sheet of paper is actually eventually to cut this in half and make a bag out of the two bags out of the two pieces. So this will give you an idea of kind of where I'm going with the design. So I want the bag to have kind of leafy designs going up it. So this is where I'm going. Right, so I've got a mixture of kind of like browns and greens and blues here because I wanted to kind of keep the pattern kind of neutral. Right, so this is soft suede, and as I said, I've not really got a super duper plan in my head. I'm just going to go with it. So I'm going to start down here. Now, sometimes this happens where if on your ink pad you get like a little speck of dust or little piece of paper, as in this case, and it gets stuck to your ink pad and then it goes onto your stamp, you can then see a bit of a boobie there. So just wipe it off and then carry on. Okay, so I've finished stamping the brown leaves on now, and I'm going to have a go with this kind of like largish flower shape. So I think I'm going to cover that up with my flower there. I think this ink pad is super juicy. I think it's a fairly new one to me, so oh no, another booby. Okay, let's see if I can fix that. I have to get all right on top of there. How should I do that? Okay, just about covered it up. That's the nice thing about the photopolymer. If you do make a little mistake like that, it's not kind of the end of the world. You can sometimes fix it a bit. Okay, so moving quickly on, we'll add a centre, I think, to that. Let's see what the Lost Lagoon looks like. So that was Marina Mist, so I'm going to go with Lost Lagoon over the top of that. Okay, it's quite subtle. I don't know if you can see that. And I think these stamp designs, these floral designs, as they're kind of quite bold shapes, they can sometimes be used, well, they often get used in a very bold way with lots of bright colours, and sometimes it's nice just to pare it down and go a bit more subtle, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's try some Tip Top Taupe. Okay, so this is one of the new ink colours that's going to be available on the 2nd of June. Ooh. I'll just keep these down here. I think I'm going to need some more blue somewhere, aren't I? I think there's another small flower on here that I haven't got out yet. This one here. Go for Lost Lagoon. Okay, I don't know how clearly you can see that. Alright. Okay, so then, because I think this design is meant to go in that direction, I'm going to have a bit of a wobbly if I try and do it going in that direction. So I'm actually going to flip it over and see what this design looks like with the zigzags. Okay, I know it's a bit wobbly on the eyes. It is a bit odd. I don't know what it's like. If I cover it up a little bit with the ink pads, hopefully that's not too bad. Okay, now with all good pieces of paper, there are two sides to it, so I don't actually have to do exactly the same design, so I might have a little bit of a different play and do something a bit different. I might just go for a more uniform shape on this. So this is the soft suede again. I think I might just go straight up and see what happens. So I'm obviously just stamping in rows, but not kind of completely uniform. I'm twisting the flower as I go up. Okay, so sometimes when creating patterns, it can be a little bit overwhelming, the absolute, what's the word? The options can be just too much. The choice can be quite overwhelming, you know, when you're about to place a pattern onto a paper. And sometimes setting yourself a few rules, like the colour scheme for one, so don't choose more than 3 colours, is a really good tip. And then setting yourself the rule of, or setting, like I've just done here, of stripes, stamping in stripes, that can sometimes help, because by having a few rules in place, it means then you're not just stamping completely freely, and then you're kind of more likely not to feel disheartened with what you've created if there are a few rules to it. Now, of course, rules in creativity can be broken, but if you've set yourself the rules to start off with and to follow some sort of scheme, then you've got a foundation to kind of veer off from if you so wish. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. Just my tips about design, really. Okay, now there's a little bit of a space here, but you know what, I don't mind too much. I think that's okay. I think I can live with that. Right, I'm now going to come back and after I've cut this up and scored it, and so I can just get on and make the box for you. Okay, so if I just tell you what I've done, I've cut the pieces of the 12 by 12 in half, and I've scored the before I cut it in half, I scored lengthways at 2 7/8, 5 1/4, 8 5/8, and 11 1/2 inches. Okay, so that's given me sort of 4 sections with a little flap to do some gluing on here. Okay, so there we go, and I'll just put that one to one side, and then I've cut myself a square piece of cardstock. The card measures 3 5/8, and then I scored 3/8 of an inch all the way round, and then just cut the corners off there. So this is going to be the actual base of the bag, because I didn't want to use the base of the bag, sorry, the actual bag itself to create the base from. I wanted the kind of length in it, so that's why I've done a separate base. Okay, and it is really quite easy to stick together. It's just, I mean, it's simple technically, but you just have to be a bit careful with where you're putting your hands and glue and things. Okay, so I put fast fuse down the side ready for when I need to do that, and then I'm going to put fast fuse all the way. Oh, I did some of it on the quick paper, never mind. Yeah, so just put fast fuse all the way around the corner of that. On Saturday I spent about 10 minutes trying to fix a fast fuse at, we get to do make and takes, you see, on these regionals, and they're really good fun. I'm just going to start doing this while I talk. And when I got to the table and was trying to stick my card down, the fast fuse was all gummed up and gluey, and the tape had come out, and so anyway I sat there trying to fix it. Anyway, yesterday, which is Monday, because I'm filming this on Tuesday by the way, I met up with one of my demo friends, and she said she had a confession to make to me, and it turned out that she'd been at the table before me and she had broken the fast fuse. It was all her fault. So I wasted 10 minutes of my life trying to fix fast fuse. Anyway, I didn't waste it actually, because I sat next to a fabulous demonstrator and I caught up with her and how she was doing. So there we go. So let that be a lesson to you. Don't let a certain Julie Forbes have access to your fast fuse, because she's likely to damage it. Anyway, Julie's going to have a right laugh listening to this, because she watches all my videos. And so, hi Julie! I shall wave that way. Anyway, okay, so do you see I stuck all that around there, and just very carefully pop that one there. Oop. That one over the top, and then just line it up. And then once you've got it stuck, you can stick your fingers in and really make sure that everything is stuck there. Oh, it's sticking to the grid paper because there's glue there, but never mind. Okay. So I'm not going to do anything extra special to this. I mean, it's kind of obvious that if you want to punch holes in it and put ribbon and, you know, do whatever, you can embellish it how you want to. But I kind of need it to be that size because I'm going to be putting a gift in there. So anyway, so that's One Sheet Wonder Wednesday for you today. How to decorate some pre-printed DSP. But so my tip is go for a pattern that's kind of fairly bland, for want of a better word, neutral, so not too patterned, and then you can create your own patterning over the top of it. And my two design tips are, you know, set yourself some rules in terms of colour and layout, and what was the other one? That was it. Yeah, set yourself some rules in terms of colour and layout. Okay, I hope you have fun with this one, and can't wait to see what you come up with. Okay, bye for now.